Ever feel like your peace is constantly up for negotiation? Like you're stuck in a cycle of second chances, gaslighting gymnastics, and emotional tug-of-war? You show up with vulnerability, ready to connect, but somehow, you're the one left feeling depleted, disregarded, and like you need to shrink yourself to fit into someone else's narrative. It's exhausting, right? It's time to reclaim your peace. It's time to stop settling for relationships, romantic, platonic, professional, that leave you feeling less than. It's time to get brave. Brave is the 5-step formula to owning your worth, cutting through the BS, and walking away from anything or anyone that no longer serves you. It's about recognizing your inherent worthiness, setting healthy boundaries, and refusing to betray yourself to make other people comfortable. And trust me, it's going to be powerful. This journey, this reclaiming of your peace, starts with you. It starts with believing, deep in your bones, that you are worthy of love, respect, and healthy relationships. You are not a clearance sale. Your time, energy, and sanity are premium stock. So stop discounting yourself for people who don't even read the price tag. We live in a world that tries to convince us that our worth is conditional, that we need to earn it through achievements, appearances, or the approval of others. But let me tell you something. You were born worthy. You are worthy simply by virtue of being alive, of being beautifully, imperfectly human. Believing in your worth means recognizing that you deserve to be treated with respect, to have your voice heard, and your needs met. It means refusing to settle for crumbs of attention, half-hearted apologies, or relationships that leave you feeling drained and depleted. This isn't about ego or arrogance. It's about self-respect. It's about understanding that you are worthy of showing up authentically without shrinking or apologizing for who you are. It's about recognizing that you are not responsible for managing other people's emotions or fixing their problems. Believing in your worth is the foundation upon which we build everything else. It's the courage to say, I deserve better, and the commitment to act on it. It's about setting standards for how you allow yourself to be treated and refusing to compromise those standards for anyone. So, take a deep breath and repeat after me. I am worthy. I am enough. I deserve to be treated with respect. Say it like you mean it, because you do. And then let's talk about those red flags. Have you ever noticed how when you're driving, those red flags seem to pop up out of nowhere? One minute the road is clear, and the next, you're slamming on the brakes, heart pounding, wondering how you missed that giant waving warning. Relationships are kind of like that too. We can be so caught up in the excitement of a new connection, the potential we see in someone, that we miss or ignore the blaring red flags signaling trouble ahead. But here's the thing. Those red flags, they're not subtle hints. They're not misunderstandings. They're not going to magically disappear if you just love someone hard enough. They're neon signs flashing, proceed with caution. And if someone shows you they're a walking red flag factory, believe them the first time. Avoidance, gaslighting, boundary breaking, not your circus, not your clowns. We're talking about consistent patterns of behavior here. Disrespecting your boundaries, making you feel small or insignificant, deflecting responsibility, refusing to acknowledge your feelings. These aren't isolated incidents. They're warning signs of deeper issues. Recognizing red flags is about trusting your gut. It's that uneasy feeling in your stomach, that voice in the back of your head whispering, something's not right. And listen, we've all been conditioned to ignore those feelings, to second-guess ourselves, to prioritize someone else's comfort over our own intuition. But here's the truth. Your intuition is your superpower. It's your internal guidance system, hardwired to protect you. So, when you feel that nudge, that hesitation, that internal alarm bell going off, pay attention. Chapter 3. Assert your boundaries. No is a full sentence. Setting boundaries is essential to protecting our well-being, our energy, and our peace of mind. It's about defining what is and is not acceptable to us and communicating those limits clearly and directly. But here's the catch. Setting boundaries is only half the battle. The real work, the real act of courage lies in enforcing them. Think of boundaries as the velvet ropes around your heart, your mind, your time. They're there to protect what's precious, to create a safe space for you to show up authentically. And just like those velvet ropes at a fancy event, your boundaries are non-negotiable. When we don't enforce our boundaries, we send a dangerous message, that our needs are not important, that our time is not valuable, and that our well-being is negotiable. Enforcing boundaries means saying no without guilt or explanation. It means walking away from conversations that leave you feeling drained or disrespected. It means ending relationships that consistently violate your sense of self-worth. Now, I know what you're thinking, but what if they get angry? What if they think I'm being difficult? Listen, here's the beautiful truth. You are not responsible for other people's reactions. You are responsible for communicating your needs clearly and respectfully, but you are not obligated to manage their emotions or cater to their discomfort. When you start setting and enforcing boundaries, you might be surprised by who sticks around and who doesn't. Some people will respect your boundaries, will understand that they are a testament to your self-worth, not a personal attack. Others will resist, will try to guilt you into shrinking back into the box they tried to put you in. And that's okay. Let them go. The people who are meant to be in your life will meet you at the fence line of your boundaries with respect and understanding. Chapter 4. Validate your own feelings. Your feelings are real. We live in a world that is quick to dismiss, diminish, or downright deny our feelings. We're told to toughen up, to get over it, to look on the bright side. And while I'm all for optimism and resilience, the truth is, our feelings are valid, even the messy, uncomfortable ones. You don't need permission to be hurt, disappointed, or pissed off. Your feelings are real, even if someone else refuses to acknowledge them. And here's the thing. You don't need anyone to validate your experience. Your feelings are your truth. They are your internal compass, guiding you toward what feels aligned and what needs attention. Validating your own feelings means acknowledging them without judgment. It means creating space to sit with discomfort, to explore the root of those feelings, and to honor the messages they carry. It's about treating yourself with the same compassion and understanding that you would offer a dear friend. When we invalidate our own feelings, when we shove them down or pretend they don't exist, we disconnect from ourselves. We lose touch with our own internal guidance system, and we become more susceptible to seeking validation from external sources. So the next time you feel that wave of emotion washing over you, whether it's joy, sadness, anger, or frustration, pause. Take a deep breath. And instead of judging or dismissing those feelings, simply acknowledge them. Chapter 5. Exit without guilt. Self-preservation is not betrayal. Sometimes, despite our best efforts, we find ourselves in situations, relationships, or dynamics that no longer serve us. We've set boundaries, we've communicated our needs, we've tried to make it work. Yet we still find ourselves feeling drained, disrespected, or unseen. And in those moments, when we've exhausted all other options, we have a choice to make: stay and continue to compromise our well-being or walk away. Walking away from anything that no longer serves you is not selfish. It's an act of self-preservation. It's a declaration that you are worthy of peace, respect, and reciprocal love. It's a recognition that your energy is precious, and that you deserve to invest it in people and situations that light you up, not dim your shine. But let me be clear, walking away doesn't have to be a dramatic, scorched earth event. It can be done with grace, compassion, and even love. It's about recognizing that sometimes the kindest thing we can do for ourselves and for the other person is to create space for healing and growth. If someone treats your boundaries like a suggestion box, show them the unsubscribe button. Gracefully, unapologetically. Remember, walking away is not about punishing someone else. It's about prioritizing your own well-being. It's about choosing yourself, even when it's hard, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it breaks your heart a little. Outro. You are worthy of peace. The Brave formula isn't about being perfect. It's about being present, authentic, and courageous in your relationships. It's about showing up for yourself, even when it's hard, even when your voice shakes a little. Because your peace is priceless. It's about time you start treating it that way.